So this is where we might be live right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people can
But
just
we
watch
don't
us sitting
know.
in silence.
Stare at the
I mean,
thing.
it is kind of a rarity.
Oh, where is it? Is it up?
Yeah, we're live now.
Oh,
We've been live for a little bit. So, hey, everyone. We're the
Hi.
food scientists.
Are you watching us on your own phone?
No, I just got a notification, though. I'm like, what's that?
Oh.
Oh, it's us. So, yeah, we changed settings again and didn't realize that we were live. So, thank you for being here.
We'll let these two guys talk to our live stream while I try to get our.
Oh, sure. Yeah, go for it. Well, we are the Food Scientist Podcast. We're getting ready to record episode 95.
And Bryan got the number right.
Hey! I just thought I'd throw it out there, see what happened. And
That was kind of like that pregnant pause right afterwards.
it was like the
Everyone was
pause for editing.
checking
even though we don't
numbers.
edit
Yeah.
this.
Editing.
Yeah. But yeah, if you have not hit the thumbs up or the subscribe button, please take a minute to do so if you want. And we also have the little dinner bell that you can ring so that you will know when we are live. We've kind of been mixing things up lately.
Yeah, we've been changing
Yeah.
mornings. We're trying Sunday mornings. We're trying a couple of nights. It's a mix of our schedules and our need for attention.
Yeah, mostly schedules, but yeah,
But also need for
the
attention.
attention is also there too.
I'm still not there, so hang on. We will say hi if you're saying hi to us. It's gonna take a minute.
All right, I think that we're ready to get going with.
Do you have our the podcast recording as well, Amy?
I'm about to hit. That's we're gonna pause for that and then. Hit.
All right.
So
How exciting!
Yes, and I know I don't have the mic in front of me, so nobody probably can hear me anyway.
Oh. You haven't missed anything Amy's been saying.
Nope, because I haven't been saying much. Here I am. Okay.
Oh, and you got the podcast voice going.
I do.
Wow, we sure killed some good time there, Bryan.
We did.
Or you did. Okay. 1, 2, 3. This is the Food Scientist Podcast. I am your host, Amy Zajac. I am here with Bryan Pierce.
Hello, everyone.
And Danny Sussman.
Hello, everyone.
And we're here live. So if you're listening and you didn't watch us, go find us on YouTube.
Or
If you
just-
like to watch that, you don't have to.
You don't
I shouldn't
have
be so
to.
demanding. You're right. So this
So
week,
you can watch.
yes, we will have food news, our experiences, and then we have ice cream flavored Oreos. We
And
have-
more. And
we
more
have
than
some-
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have some. What do you call this? Condiment flavored potato chips.
They're not condiments. They're not sauces. They're like
Well, hummus is a
Dips.
condiment.
It's a
well,
dip.
maybe a dip. Okay. Seasoned something.
yeah.
And then I don't know what to call these other things.
Yeah,
Some,
I don't know
cookie
why I'm holding these
Taiwanese
here,
cookies
but
and crackers that
They're
Bryan
cookie
just.
crackers. There's something like that.
They're huge packages too. So
But of
I'll
small
just keep them
packages of
here.
cookies. Yeah.
Yes.
And surprisingly, as the host, I have lots of food news.
Oh, all right. All right, go for it, Amy.
Number one, White Castle's going to have beer.
Yeah.
And not just any beer, it's White Castle labeled branded beer. It's going to be a Kolsch,
Okay.
which apparently goes very well with burgers. I do like Kolsch. And not only will it be sold at White Castle, it will be sold in stores.
It'll be interesting to see how many locations actually go through the effort to get the liquor license to sell the
It's
beer.
at 300.
All right.
I don't know how many locations they have. but,
I just
yeah.
I can't imagine it's going to be good beer.
It might be good beer.
It might be good
Then
beer.
why
It's
give
just
it the
gonna
White
be
Castle
beer with
name?
the White Castle label. So
We'll find out. Maybe.
Maybe.
if they get it, we might have to do a YouTube exclusive tasting
I mean, I
with White Castle sliders.
I will say I recently had that.
Oh,
Was like a month or so
I'll be
ago.
sick that day
I went-
afterwards.
I went with a friend and kind of did the do-it-yourself White Castle buffet to try out the Impossible slider,
Yep.
among other things.
Yeah, we know we weren't invited.
Yeah, I would do that again. I would invite you guys this time.
Oh wow!
I didn't realize that you were that into White Castles that you're still carrying the snub, Amy.
It's a childhood memory. We used to have White Castles growing up because I'm from Michigan and they were more prevalent than here.
I'm from New York where they're super prevalent.
I have never liked White Castle, but
You
it's
liked their breakfast, right?
their breakfast was good. That I gotta give them that. But it's an adult memory that you snubbed me. I mean, that's all I remember.
Well, exactly.
Okay, so you'll go if I invite you again, Bryan?
I will go if there's something that we need to talk about on the podcast.
We talk about everything on the podcast.
All right,
Moving
we'll
on.
set a
moving
date
on. I
that.
have one more, well, I have 2 more news items. So I'll do one more, and then if you guys want to jump in, we can come back to
Okay.
me.
Yeah.
But Nestle is making, the refrigerated dough where you just cut and make cookies. They're making Grinch cookies.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're green sugar cookies with a little heart.
You know what they reminded me of?
Brian's
mom's nipple cookies. Because that was the same effect, wasn't it?
They were Grinch cookies, and they were supposed to, but she didn't have hearts. She only had the little...
The gumdrops.
Yes, and they didn't come out looking right.
No, I will say I was a little disappointed. It's just a green sugar cookie. I mean, with a candy heart.
But what did you expect?
I don't know.
If
it's pre-made for you, they could make a Grinch shape.
Yeah, that would require refitting a whole factory.
Or make a heart that grows 3 times its size as you bake it.
I thought I read that it did that. Or was that just the joke that someone posted?
I think it was, yeah. I mean, it's just, that's how the cookies are. They're pre-made in one thing that you just cut and it's quick.
I do appreciate your the way that you would expect that refrigerated cookie dough makers are capable of doing more than just a sheet of crappy cookie dough.
Well, they make the round cookies with the pumpkin shapes in them. They could put shapes.
That's just
in
a dye.
But this isn't actual candy that you put in there, right? Or am I not?
I think it comes with the side
correctly?
package of candies. So you push the candy in yourself, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
I think so.
So anyway,
It's just a sugar cookie, though. To me, that's green. And I have one very quick news thing. It's not that exciting to me, but Snickers is coming out with a new candy bar, but this time with pecans, or pecans, if you will.
Really?
Pecan.
I don't know. It's fine as it is. I guess if you really like
just
pecans.
Replacing the peanuts with pecans?
Snickers is all over the place.
They are. I mean, they've had hazelnuts. They've had almonds.
Right? I don't know.
Right. They just do like the nut butter thing.
Mm-hmm. So I think they're just trying a lot of things and seeing what
sticks.
lands.
Let's try different nuts.
Yeah. I mean, the almond was good.
Almonds? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which they replaced the old school Mars bar with, allegedly.
Yep.
Another Snickers, Snickers almond. Mm-hmm. So I have a news item.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Last week I talked about the new peep shapes.
Oh, right.
For
Peeps.
there is another one.
Ooh.
Spooky cats.
Oh.
Also perfect size.
I like that.
Throwing away.
I like that.
I'm kind of tempted to go Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yes.
In the studio. Do you remember that?
Yes, on the Tonight Show, he lit the desk on fire.
It was his chair.
David Letterman's chair.
It was Jay Leno's.
Oh, Jay Leno. No, okay.
It was Jay Leno's. In fact, I was preparing for this.
Tonight Show. David Letterman. Jay
Are you
going to
start a fire right here in the studio?
I have the little cat and a fork.
And this is why he saved his fork and hasn't eaten free cake I gave him.
Meow.
You have fire?
It's kind of a purple cat.
What? Don't get the. Oh my goodness!
Look at the little cat face.
He's gonna roast the marshmallow for those
and
that
I have
are
a
listening
little
only.
torch. Look at his face. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow.
He purposely destroyed the face first.
Of course. Meow. Look at meowing in pain with browning and crisping.
Its studio
so
cat just gave you a quick look and put her head back down.
So, look at that.
You better eat that thing now.
Roasting your own peep. It's on fire.
Please turn the fire off. Please turn the fire off, okay?
If the
that
alarm goes off, you have to get up and take it down.
And that's how you can quickly, with a torch, roast a peep. Would anyone like a bite?
I'm good, thank you.
Well, it's delicious.
Roasted marshmallows are good.
We did get some feedback after last week's episode. That's there was at least one listener who went out and tried roast peep and liked it. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, my last news item is not quite that exciting.
This is marvelous.
Japanese Kit Kats are going to start wrapping their candy bars in paper with instructions, with origami paper specifically, with instructions on how to make a crane out of it. This is part of a larger global effort by Nestle to reduce plastic. So they're starting with just certain kinds first, and then they're going to move on to the bags, which probably won't be origami paper, just paper. Mm-hmm. But I thought that'd be neat. They have instructions on how to fold the paper and make a little crane, which is something about health and happiness.
Because sometimes when you want a snack, you also want arts and crafts.
You also fidget.
I feel like that's just really what Cracker Jacks has devolved to. Like, remember, it used to be that you got a prize, and
like
now
decent things.
Yeah, and now the prizes are basically just like
go to our website and sign up for our newsletter,
or a paper you can fold into a thing.
Yeah.
Gosh, that peep was really delicious. Are you sure you don't want me to roast you one?
You could roast another one. I would try one.
Yeah, okay.
You can roast it. Well, I think Bryan has a food experience.
I would
That is
just
not
like
this.
to remind the chat, don't encourage Danny, please.
There's 4 kitties.
There are. So, oh my goodness. Okay. Well, while you're roasting that, Danny, in silence,
It's the cat.
I have a few experiences, actually. I spent this last week, and if you hear noises in the background, that's just the fire burning the cat. But I was traveling this last week for work. I was in the Northern Virginia, D.C. area, and they have things there that we don't, including Sheets.
Sheets?
Which is a gas station.
I was like, you don't have sheets here, Bryan?
No.
I got
with
it.
a
Yeah.
Z. Whoa, there's a lot of smoke here right now. Amy, you might want to fan that.
Dear Lord.
Wow. Okay, sorry, a little
That's
distracted.
how fast you can roast a peep when you just have a little torch and a peep.
Okay, talk about sheets, Bryan.
Amy's just going to have a moment.
Okay.
now.
So Sheets is a gas station, and you would think, why would you go to a gas station for food? But they have kind of ready or made to order food. So it's kind of like a little fast food section that they have there. And they do have milkshakes that you can order as well, kind of like Blizzards and whatnot. But I got a cheeseburger there.
Your food experience
And-
is just a cheeseburger.
Oh,
at a
but it
gas
was not
station?
just any
It's a
cheeseburger.
gas station cheeseburger.
It was a burger where the cheese was mozzarella sticks.
Okay.
And that was amazing.
Did it have,
I've seen that
did
somewhere.
it have tomato sauce on it?
It did not. It really needed marinara sauce.
Because I was wondering, would you put ketchup or marinara?
Oh,
on
I would.
that?
Well, I would put
Or ranch
marinara on
dressing,
it.
Bryan.
No, I would not put
No.
ranch dressing.
No.
on
Or mayo.
Absolutely.
Only monsters would put ranch on that.
Oh yeah.
Some of us dunk our mozzarella sticks in mayo, or not mayo, ranch.
I maybe had the option, but I missed it. It was kind of. I mean, because it was my first time there, I didn't know how to order. Apparently, there's this little kiosk where you put your order in, and then you get a little like receipt thing, but they don't make it until you bring it up to them.
Well, they want to make sure you're going to pay for it, right?
I think I'd paid for it already.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're not going to make it
That
until
just
you bring
seems like
them
a
the order.
long time to spend at the gas station.
Well, it's you gotta think that's not just the gas station. It's like
Also
little
the
food
What if
area
you're getting an
too.
oil change, or you have
Well,
a
I
flat
don't
tire?
I think you can get an oil change.
I see what you did there,
there,
Amy.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, people go there just for the food, and I can see why they do that.
I would definitely have a burger with mozzarella sticks on it.
I've heard of really good gas station like burritos in Texas, so this makes sense to me.
The best fried chicken I ever had, or some of the best, was at a place that had been a gas station. It was so good that one piece was like undercooked, and you're like, oh, this is kind of raw chicken, but it's so good.
One of our viewers is saying the only good place to
Yeah.
get sushi in his neck of the woods is the gas station.
Yeah, well, that would scare me to get sushi at a gas station.
It's on the Atlantic coast of Canada.
But still, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's good. But I got
Atlantic?
food poisoning from
I think,
hot
Bryan,
dog
would you
once.
eat sushi anywhere?
I wouldn't, but like that especially would scare me.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything that should be refrigerated maybe would scare me a
Wouldn't
little
scare
bit.
me. I've
I
been
mean,
known
I
to
guess
get
I
sushi
ate a
from
burger.
Walgreens.
What about a marshmallow cat that has been set on fire during the recording of a podcast?
Make me one, I will eat it. I just
Okay.
to make that go away. But also because I was away, I was actually. Long story short, I was at a different office for work this week for a company event. And the first day I showed up, I was greeted by someone with various kinds of hot sauce. And there's a video that was shared on our YouTube page. So go to our YouTube page and you'll see me trying volcano sauce and scorpion pepper sauce. Spoiler alert, it didn't go well for me.
And if you don't know what a Bryan face is, you will find out.
Yes.
I did not watch it because I felt like that would just validate it and make more people torture you.
Thank
your
you,
job?
Danny.
All
Thank
guys-
you. Yeah,
Danny's
yeah, he got jealous. He
Right,
got
so
totally
I've
jealous.
seen it enough times.
Wait, one of our other listeners that I ran into said they want you to go to this place in town known for their hot wings. They want us to do a live stream from there so they can watch you eat like
Oh my
the
goodness.
scorpion's bite or
One-
things like
Well,
that.
that's. I think I just had that.
One roasted cat.
That's just a marshmallow
See,
that I
it's
put in my
good.
mouth. I mean, it's a marshmallow.
With creme brulee, creme brulee
You
coating.
get the crunchy coating on the outside and the mushy marshmallow on the inside.
Yeah, it's
Like liquefied.
still just a marshmallow. I mean,
Aw, man.
not bad.
It's way better.
Better than a regular peep. I give you
That's
that.
why I say
I
you
give
have
you that.
to eat Peeps roasted. Never eat your Peep raw. And it just takes a little hand roaster and a fork, and you can have that as a snack anywhere. It doesn't. And
I thought you had just a lighter or something, which surprised me because you don't smoke. But you have an actual little torch. There.
yeah, I have an actual little
It's a little
torch.
brulee.
Yeah, it's
Like
a
if
little.
you make little creme brulees, you torch it. It's a kitchen tool.
All right, one last piece of news and experience for me, unless either one of you had something.
I have an experience.
Go for it.
Well, you tell yours, and then I'll tell mine.
No, you go for it because yep,
Oh,
yeah,
because you're eating.
that was my only reason.
Okay, so one of our listeners this week, I'm going to pull up the tweet, asked a question, kind of a follow-up to last week's episode. It was Mark Bickford, and he wanted to know the difference between the DQ Snickerdoodle and cinnamon roll shakes.
Yes, which we did. We
did talk
talked
about
about
this
that before
little bit. What
but
was
you
the difference
actually did try
Yeah,
it.
so the shake is consumed with a straw,
Well, okay.
right? And the blizzard is thick, consumed with a spoon, and has cookie dough pieces. And so technically it's a snickerdoodle cookie dough blizzard and a cinnamon roll shake. But I had a theory that I wanted to test because we are scientists. And the theory was that if you swapped out the cookie pieces for cheesecake pieces, you could turn the snickerdoodle cookie dough blizzard into a frosted cinnamon roll blizzard.
Yep, that was
Because
your
you would
theory.
have and I did it, and it was kind of amazing. I'm on the record as a cheesecake hater, but it tasted like a cinnamon roll with cheesecake with like cream cheese frosting. So if you are into the cheesecake, like into the cream cheese frosting, add the cheesecake bits into the snickerdoodle one instead of the cookies. It was a cinnamon roll with cream cheese.
That is amazing.
Frosting.
Because I never thought that you would like anything with cheesecake in it.
I mean, I still like would go for like a mud pie. I like the Oreo base or the peanut butter cup base the most. But you know, for could you do this? I thought it was an improvement.
All right, that's
and,
good to know.
And it was cool.
Good
right?
intel.
They kind of looked at me a little funny when I asked for it, but I'm like, I'm trying to make it into a cinnamon roll blizzard, and they're like, oh, yeah. So
Okay.
you can do that.
I won't be trying those.
Yeah, cinnamon, and you.
Yeah,
shouldn't,
don't try
no.
those. Okay.
Don't die on us.
I'm just a little allergic.
All right, so last thing here, we have news and experience here. We have these little glasses here in front of us. Easy Life Slot Jackpots. He's been in here.
Is that his
once
real
in
name?
a while. It is. It's on his
on
birth
his-
certificate.
yeah, okay.
I've seen it. He asked me what I thought about the new Mountain Dew Cyclone that is exclusive to Speedway, another gas station. And I said, I don't know. I haven't even heard of that. Well, that's because it just came out in July, I think. June, the beginning of June. And I don't really drink soda. But in the name of science, I was willing to try it. So I stopped by and picked up some Mountain Dew Cyclone. What do cyclones taste like? Let's find out.
Hurricane.
So the official flavor that they call it
Fruity?
is citrus punch. So why a cyclone is called citrus punch, I'm not
They
really
hit
sure.
Florida?
Maybe. And just flew all those fruit trees right into their
Can I tell what
beverage.
I think is my favorite part of this story?
Go for it.
Is that Bryan showed up at the studio with a giant cup of this and also a bag of munchies for me,
For you, yes.
which was very sweet of him. And it turned out payment for a favor, which we won't we won't get into that right
No, the
now.
dirty
They're going to think
details.
the worst of this now.
That's fine.
Eh.
But then I found out
More
the real
views.
reason he bought the munchies was that the giant cup of soda was only 69 cents and he had no cash and he didn't want to pay with his credit card for 69-cent soda.
So I saw them and thought of you, and I was like, well, that's silly to own any size, 69 cents, so why not buy the
Right,
largest
get the
one?
giant. I would do the same.
Even if you don't want it, buy it.
No.
Good deal. So
might
so
like
I was
it.
like, well, I could, or I could make it a little more worthwhile and do something nice for Danny. So, yeah. So, yeah, what do you think of the Cyclone, the Mountain Dew Cyclone?
I get the punch taste. I don't get such a strong citrus taste, though.
In the self-serve soda fountain area, this replaced Code Red. You can still buy Code Red in the 2 liters, Mountain Dew Code Red, but people are not happy about that.
I think I like it better than Code Red.
Really? I don't.
I have not had Code Red, but I was thinking this tastes like generic red soda. Because I was going to ask the question of...
It's kind of like Red Pop, Faygo Red Pop.
I was going to ask the question of,
Not
did they
quite
just
the
take
same.
the Code Red sticker off and put the Cyclone sticker on and not change the syrup?
I don't think Code Red is as fruity as this. This does taste
This
like
is pretty fruity.
if you had like a Hawaiian Punch and Sprite and mixed them together, that kind of is what this would taste like, probably with more caffeine.
Yeah, but you
Oh,
know
that's
what?
right. I forgot about the caffeine.
You know what
Yeah.
I would want in that situation is the Tahitian treat.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of that.
You don't like the treat? Brian,
It's not great.
Amy,
It's
do
not
you,
great.
do you enjoy the treat?
I think so. I kind of remember it. My problem is I don't have a big memory of it.
I mean,
We
this is
will.
fine if you really, really like citrusy, fruity punch sodas. Try it. Otherwise, if you don't have a Speedway near you, kind of out of luck.
I will have to bring you both the treat.
I'm good, thank you.
The Tahitian treat is so good.
He's not going to set it on fire.
No, I mean, I could.
We could put Bacardi 151 and then torch it.
Yeah, you know what? Just light the glass here. No, don't.
No. Okay,
See,
so
did we say his name 3 times because he showed up? Easy Life is in the chat right now.
Oh. We have Easy
So I
Life's
think, yeah.
fruity soda.
and we might dunk Oreos in it.
Ooh, you might.
You might.
Oh, come on. You don't think some
Yeah.
of these Oreos
Are we
would
are
go
we
with
ready to
fruity?
talk about Oreos?
Let's
Are we
talk about
ready?
Oreo.
Yeah, okay. So Danny, talk about where you got these because these are not just new flavors that recently came out. They are special though.
Right. So 2 of these are our standard European flavors. I'll kind of show the chat one at a time. The first one is Choco Brownie Oreos. This is a fairly standard European Oreo. One of the things that always amazes me is that in Europe, whenever something is brownie flavored, there's always an American flag with it. We have
Oh, that is interesting.
Strawberry Cheesecake Oreos, also from Europe, very commonly available there. And then number 3 will be the Blueberry Ice Cream Oreo. This is available in Japan, but I purchased it at a store in Amsterdam called Junior's that specializes in American candies. They bring American candies to Europe, but have a section of Japanese candies. That's also where the fried chicken Cheetos came from.
Ooh,
So
these gotta be better than that.
The
Yeah,
Choco Brownie tastes or smells very choco.
the blueberry. It's very hard to find that is actually blueberry.
Right, it doesn't
because
say it
Oreo
big on
ice
the-
cream is prevalent.
yes,
Right.
it says Oreo ice cream, but underneath it in very little print, it says chocolate sandwich cookies with blueberry ice cream flavored cream.
Actually, here.
I thought we take the ones that
But
are
we'll
out.
start off with the Choco
Yeah.
Brownies.
They do smell very chocolatey.
Very brownie.
I'm doing the thing where I take off the top layer so I can taste the cream more.
You're always taking your top off on the show, Amy. It's just we gotta talk about that.
Now, one thing about foreign Oreos is they always have way less cream than American Oreos.
But they're creamier.
Yes, but the flavor is stronger.
Yes, yeah. So they got both of those things going for them. Even though you get less, it's
You
kind of
get
more.
Yeah.
It's very chocolatey.
It is. That's my problem with a lot of things of this nature. It's chocolate and chocolate. If you really want a cookie that tastes like a brownie, my goodness, she is dipping it in the fruit punch.
Chocolate and
You would
fruit go
like it,
together.
but just like when Dairy Queen has a chocolate blizzard, it's just kind of like I like more variety when I'm eating something in the flavors, and this doesn't do it. It's good. It tastes like a brownie. I'd rather have more.
Better than expected.
The thing that's really good if you can get your hands on it is the Milka Choco Brownie Oreo bar, which is fantastic. And that is chocolate on chocolate on chocolate with Oreo in it.
Are we going for the strawberry next?
So yeah, so next
Yeah,
we'll go
let's
for
go for that. I'm excited for these.
the strawberry cheesecake flavor.
I'm expecting the cheesecake to be and the strawberry to be very prevalent in these.
And it's a very light pink flavor, colored filling.
The smell isn't super overwhelming.
It's
pretty
berry.
strawberry
It's
cheesecake.
berry.
Ooh, I like it. Even though it kind of tastes like strawberry quick, I do like it.
I get the strawberry way more than the cheesecake,
Yeah, I agree.
which is a win for me.
I'm really trying to get the cheesecake in it. Not quite. Amy, how does the fruit punch do? How does it enhance it?
I don't know, but it's better than I expected. I'm trying to think of. Let me taste it again.
I really like these. Yeah.
It makes the cookie just a little bit softer, of course.
You would hope.
So then the chocolate and the fruit flavors melt together.
And now both of these that we've had so far, you can get on Amazon. Mm-hmm. They're not particularly hard to find. Mostly, like if you're in Europe, literally every store that would have Oreos would have these.
And you can find them on Amazon. And for international items, they're not outrageously priced. They're more expensive, but yeah, you can get them not horrible priced.
And now it's time.
They taste very good.
The ice cream Oreos, we think because it's kind of the same distributor, you can also find them, but you might have to weed through a whole bunch of Oreo ice cream products.
Okay. I dropped one. We'll find that later.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
These
I'm
are
gonna grab my
definitely
two
purple.
because
I just smelled the microphone by
Inside.
mistake.
I've done that.
Oh, they smell very blueberry-y.
Wow, yeah, they do. And it's just a teeny tiny little thing of blueberry cream compared to what we are
Oh,
used
that
to.
is blueberry.
Oh, wow. Now, I don't get ice cream, but that flavor.
Wow. Mm-hmm. For a little disc of flavor, that packs
Wow.
a punch.
Because there's not a lot of cream in this. But it's
I like these.
it's like an actual blueberry.
I love blueberries. So.
Yeah,
It's
I
got
like these a lot. I have no idea why they call them ice cream. Why not just call them blueberries?
Same reason the strawberry ones are called cheesecake.
Maybe, I guess, but I mean they really focus on the Oreo ice cream or ice cream Oreo.
This is the first time I didn't like dunking it in the whatever this.
There's
is
a
called,
little bit of a
Mountain Dew.
weird aftertaste to me.
The
the
Mountain Dew
blueberry.
really accentuates that aftertaste on these versus the others.
Yeah, they're saying that you need a dog so that you don't need to vacuum.
Yeah. Well, I have a cat, so
Yeah, not as good as a
Cat, not
vacuum
as
cleaner.
good.
no. She only likes the weird potato chips. She doesn't care so much about the sweet things.
You know, these do have a really weird aftertaste. So, like, the only way to like avoid that is to keep eating them, I think.
And that would work. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, these I got in Amsterdam at a store called Junior's, who they're on Instagram and Facebook, and they were very excited to hear about our podcast as well. So, if you don't go to Japan, but do go to Europe, that is a way to get these.
Yeah. But again, just keep trying online. Again, know that you'll have to weed through maybe blueberry Oreos. We didn't try that. But I would recommend these.
So, there's 3 of them.
Oh, there are 3 of them. We should
to do another
do
taste.
something with that.
We should do something
Yeah,
with
like
that.
our game of FMK, Frolic with, Marry, or Kill. This might be a hard week.
And Easy Life is asking the chat why Amy keeps dipping these in the soda. She's the host. She does many things we don't
The
understand.
soda is fruity, and fruit and chocolate go together. Hence the strawberry Oreos and the blueberry Oreos.
Oreos and milk and Oreo and freezers go together. Oreos and mysterious red soda,
We know it's a fruit
Not
punch.
so much.
not so much.
What if there were rum in the soda?
You would just actually dip in rum cream if you were going to dip into a rum based beverage. That's the correct answer.
I didn't have that option.
Are either of you
So-
ready to play the game? Because I can play
Go
it.
for it. Lead us off.
Okay. Well, I am going to kill the Choco Brownie Oreo. Not because I hate it that much, but more because someone has to die. And this one, it was the least exciting to me. Again, the chocolate upon chocolate. Good flavor, but you know what? I don't want to marry you, and I don't want to frolic with you. You know, you can be nice to look at a little bit, but yeah. You're dying. Sorry. Not really sorry. Between the strawberry and the blueberry, I think I'm going to marry the strawberry cheesecake. Partially because strawberry cheesecake is something I love. It makes me think of not only strawberry cheesecake, but the strawberry cheesecake blizzard, one of my all-time favorites.
Are you going to call it mommy?
I might in intimate times. But I think that this is the one that I have the best shot of having a long-term thing with. Am I going to have all my wants and needs fulfilled? No, I don't think so. But maybe a therapist can help us work that out. So I am going to frolic with the Ice Cream Oreos. This could be a nice little side piece right here.
Danny's either microwaving or freezing.
Or throwing up from something. I don't know. These are enjoyable, and they are good while you have them. But afterwards, you do have that kind of that feeling in your mouth of, what did I do? Because that's not quite right. It's kind of like that thing that you go to, and then afterwards, you were like, no, this was not meant to be an ongoing thing. But it won't go away. So this is a frolic for me, but unfortunately, I think it might be a fatal attraction sort of thing going on, and I might be in danger. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I can go. Danny's still reading. I'm going to surprise myself because I love blueberry in general. I love Blue Moon ice cream. I eat a lot of blueberries, but I'm going to kill the blueberry Oreo because that aftertaste is just killer. I can't deal with it. There should be no aftertaste on an Oreo. And then I'm going to frolic with the Choco Brownie. It's a lot of chocolate and brownie. It's a lot.
It is.
It's a lot to take. It's tasty, but you can only have so many. So have fun and move along. Which means I'm surprising myself again by marrying the strawberry cheesecake. But it's because it's not so cheesecakey and more strawberry, and strawberries and chocolate go very well together. And I really enjoyed it, and it's tasty, and I would keep eating those.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Danny.
I just noticed that the blueberry ice cream ones say on it, delicious trick with Oreo, twist, lick, dunk.
So they're
Like a
saying,
standard,
I think they're saying twist off.
lick the cream.
Lick the cream.
Are they saying leave it untwist? I don't know.
No.
You can study the illustrations.
Okay.
Well, I talk about the fact that the key word here is trick. And I was tricked by it because I thought I would like it.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
and it gave me that aftertaste. And so I'm going to kill it.
Yeah, that aftertaste is brutal.
It wasn't brutal, but
You don't. It's
it
wrong.
tricked me. It tricked me.
It's wrong.
I liked it at first, and then I didn't like it at all. And for that, it must die.
Here's something else about these. You did just buy these recently, correct?
Yeah.
Because there is a sell-by date on here where everything is blank. It says date, month, year. Like, yeah, DDMMYYYY.
So it doesn't actually
we
have
don't
a
know.
sell-by.
Yeah.
It's probably printed on there somewhere.
Maybe.
The strawberries. I'm going to refer to a famous philosopher, Meatloaf.
We're getting classy. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
we are classy.
Meatloaf. Strawberry cheesecake. I want you. I need you. But there ain't no way I'm ever going to love you. But don't be sad, because 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
So you would do
I
anything
would
for love, but
frolic.
you would not do the strawberry cheesecake?
I will frolic with it.
Okay.
But,
Maybe you can talk all night.
yeah, we can
Yeah.
talk all night, but it won't get it nowhere.
All right.
Which brings me to Choco Brownie, the one that I will love. That was just, it's a lot of chocolate, But you know what? At the end of the day, ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, it is what it is, and it's good. Like, there was no but. There was no, like, well, kind of. It was just over-the-top chocolate. And, like, yeah. It works for me.
Do you feel
There was
like-
no like, where's the cheesecake? There was no questions about it.
That is true.
It
That
is what
true.
it was. Chocolate brownie. I'm like, yeah, that was chocolate brownie. Mm-hmm. And brownies are supposed to be chocolate.
Did you feel like it could have benefited from from an additional flavor, like caramel, let's say?
I will say this. Let's talk about brownies. Mm-hmm. Do you like frosted brownies?
Yeah, they can be
Yes.
okay.
Do you know when brownies get frosted?
When the brownie is actually too dry.
Right. When you
Yeah.
mess something up, if you have a poorly cooked brownie,
That's not the only
you
time
frost
they get
it.
frosted.
That's when you frost a brownie. A properly done brownie needs no
A lot of
frosting.
people frost really good, dense, thick
They frost them
brownies.
because there's something wrong
because
and
they
need
like
to cover
sugar
it
and
up.
chocolate.
It doesn't need it. A perfect brownie needs no frosting.
It might not
And
need
this-
it. Doesn't mean it's not good with it.
And these don't need something else. Like a perfect brownie needs no caramel. So adding on to a brownie is messing with perfection.
But you can enhance that, like with peanut butter.
Now I'm just going. Yes, I was just going to say that's like saying good chocolate doesn't need anything else.
Good chocolate
It doesn't need it, but it can benefit from having something else, like peanut butter or caramel or mint or what have you.
You're playing with fire.
Or a good cake doesn't need anything.
Well,
but
you were
sometimes
playing with
pour
fire, so I
rum
learned
on
from
it
watching.
and coconut, and you make a really good rum cake.
I'm just saying, if it's done perfectly, it's done perfectly. It doesn't need anything else. If you take a perfect brownie and add caramel, you're risking messing up a perfect brownie. That's all I'm saying. Don't mess with perfection.
So you're not willing to take the risk to have something even better?
I'm saying
If this were Let's Make a Deal, you would stay with what you have and not go for the curtain number 3?
I'm saying
Raw
that
brownie batter on delicious on ice cream.
I'm saying that
Ooh, that sounds good.
That sounds really good.
a perfect brownie is perfect, and it doesn't need anything else.
A perfect brownie made perfectly with perfect caramel, though.
No, it doesn't
No.
need it. It doesn't need it.
Just because
All
something
right.
doesn't need it doesn't mean it can't be.
It doesn't
good
need
with
it. It doesn't need it. It detracts.
I think his mind is
It
like in that
detracts.
place where it's going to be.
It detracts. It was like I would prefer this brownie to just be pure. I mean, who doesn't like purity?
Yeah, I think some dictators talk like that too. Anyway,
Good thing you don't
Oh,
like.
that's
Good thing you don't like.
I'm
well,
purity.
that
just
took
saying.
a turn.
He doesn't like purity in his potato chips. He likes all these.
yes,
Seasoned
yes.
potato chips.
He's fascinated.
I
by
have
them.
never said I like meat flavored potato chips. I have said I'm fascinated by meat flavored potato chips. If it was up to me, plain Ruffles.
No, Pringles.
No, that's not even a potato chip.
Oh, you were close. You
Oh,
almost got him
she
to say it was a
almost
chip. All right,
So
but
we're moving on
we,
to potato chips.
Yeah, we have. We weren't calling them condiment chips, but we have seasoned chips here.
Rosemary Feta.
Which this is essential. This is the Target.
That
brand.
is a
Essential
the
every day.
Super Value. Super
Oh,
Value
okay.
Cup.
Okay.
Wherever
Whichever grocery store is
Super
okay.
Value
And
owns.
what's
Yeah.
the other one?
Old Dutch roasted red pepper hummus.
I would not choose to buy either one of these. I'm just going to be
I
honest.
would not either. Do you know why I chose to buy the Rosemary Feta?
It's an
the
inoffensive
podcast?
smell. They're
What?
big ruffled chips. You can see the herb on them.
Because I remember the olive and feta chip that we had and how awful it was.
Well, that was the olive.
That was the
awful.
olive.
But this looks like we could have some Bryan face.
Not quite. Not quite.
I like these. I'm surprised. These are good.
I'm just a little more disgruntled than anything.
I really like these. The feta's not.
You
strong.
made more of a face than I did.
They're okay. I like rosemary. But
But these are more like Rosemary's Baby. Is that what you're saying?
no.
Oh.
The rosemary and olive oil Triscuits are dangerous. I can't keep them in the house because I would eat the whole box. This is not too much rosemary, and
This
it's not
is
too
saved
much
by
feta.
the just so much salt.
If
These need no dip.
if this flavor were on meat, it would be much better. Mm-hmm. On a chip, it just I don't know. My mind is not liking it.
No.
I am.
The more of them I eat, the more feta I get. And it's like,
I love feta.
Really, would you
Not here.
I don't like too much feta, so this is good.
I would
This
say
is not
like
too much feta.
eating too many of these, like eating a handful of feta, which no human should do.
Bryan just dunked in his Mountain Dew.
It helped. It
I'm
kind of
tempted
helped.
to set it on fire.
Can you burn a chip?
No, no,
I'm not
no,
gonna try.
no.
Are you sure?
Okay, I'm gonna open up the roasted red pepper, and if they set off the smoke alarm, y'all in the live chat can be the annoyed ones.
Heat really goes right through a potato chip. I can tell you that.
That's why I wasn't going to do it, Brian.
It tastes like a burned potato.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
That's why I wasn't doing it.
These are not ruffled
Okay,
chips.
roasted red pepper. These
Roasted red pepper hummus. They're normal sized chips. They're thin and crispy looking.
I'm not gonna like these. Just I don't think they're gonna be disgusting.
They're not great.
Oh,
I love roasted red pepper hummus, the actual hummus. I don't love these chips.
oh. There's a reason I'm not
It's
vegetarian. Part of it is
It's
the
a lot of
flavor
garlic
things.
flavor. And I know you can put garlic in hummus, or you do put garlic in hummus, but this is...
Yeah, they got
Garlic.
that hummus flavor.
Amy?
I don't get much hummus. I get lots of garlic.
Amy,
Yeah.
I don't even know how you're able to speak so much after eating this. I'm like, no.
It's garlic. I'm not getting red pepper. I'm not getting chickpeas.
I'm
not
getting
getting
hummus.
tahini.
I'm getting hummus, and it's like I ate a chip, but my mouth is full of paste. Not good.
If you think this is what hummus tastes like, you've had
No,
horrible hummus.
I've had a wonderful hummus, but this is like not good hummus.
No, this is like garlic. There's no pepper. There's no chickpea. There's no tahini.
I taste the chickpea.
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I taste garlic,
It-
garlic.
No,
I don't know.
I would eat garlic.
I think either of these, you know what you're getting. So
Well,
if
it's
you
more
like either of these, check them out. If you don't,
It's more like burnt garlic. And as a hummus lover, do not get the hummus chips. It doesn't taste like hummus. It tastes like burnt garlic.
If you want to try these, come to Amy's studio.
they're probably going to be here a
They'll
while.
be here because Brian and I are not tasting them. But you better make it quick because Amy's going to eat them all.
No, I'm going to eat all the rosemary feta. I'm going to bring the other ones to work.
That's not good. Do you think that the Oreos froze?
Yes.
Let's
Go get them.
Let's bring this home with some frozen Oreos.
Oh, okay.
We do have other things to talk about.
Do we?
Behind me.
Oh, that's right. I was like ready to wrap this show up and go home.
No.
I thought I was
Wishful
done.
thinking. Because these
Wanna talk about
also,
what these are?
yeah,
It says
Danny,
cheese cookie.
these definitely are not going to be cookies. I don't think.
Yeah,
The
these.
smaller package says
there's
cheese
another
cookie.
one.
Yes.
Right here.
Okay. This is going back to our now seeming. This is a second visit to cookie or cracker, because we had the crackers that they had a label that left us unsure. So this says cheese cookies.
Right.
They're from Taiwan,
And it's got a picture of milk and a picture of cheese.
and it has a big illustration of cheese and
And
a
this
big
says
illustration of milk.
Black sesame seed cookie for the other kind.
And it has a big illustration of black sesame seed.
Yep. And in English, it says black sesame seeds cookies.
Well, here we go. Have a cheese cookie.
Okay.
I mean, if it's like a Cheez-It, won't be bad.
It looks like a regular cracker. Well, no,
It's
it
from
doesn't.
Taiwan Chin Chin.
It's thick and soft. I lied.
Oh, this looks wow.
Oh, it smells
Mine
like
broke.
Cheese Whizzy.
That it almost looks
Like,
like
the little handy snacks you
it
get.
almost
smells
looks like
that
a
kind of cheese.
wafer cookie, but it's not like a
Yeah, it's not a wafer. It's
It's
flaky,
flaky.
like a biscuit.
Okay, guys, it's a cheese cookie.
It is a cheese cookie.
It's a cheese cookie.
It's almost like a shortbread cookie with cheese.
I don't know what I think about this. I want to like it, but I kind of don't like it.
It's yeah.
There's a lot going on here.
But there's not a lot going on at the same time.
Well, my mind, though, is thinking, okay, this is kind of like a biscuit, but it's too hard to be a biscuit. It's kind of like a cheddar biscuit, but it doesn't taste enough like the cheddar.
You know what it is? It's because it is a cheesy cookie, but it's like a fakey cheese. It's you know when you get the easy, it's easy cheese.
Yeah, it's like
Easy life. This is like
in the
made out of
Handy
your
Snacks,
people.
where you do the cheese and cracker.
It's from the Easy family. This is easy cheese.
You know where you buy the dippable
And that
cheese and
cookie.
cracker Handy Snacks? That's what the cheese smells like on this.
It tastes better than that, though.
Yeah. I'm gonna try the black sesame seed.
Okay, now these scare me. I'm assuming it's going to be the same texture.
You don't like sesame seeds, like on a hamburger bun?
I think, well, it's not that I don't like them. I just don't think it's going to be good.
So wait, before we move on, I have a quick question. Have you decided? Did you like the cheese cookie or not?
Kind of did. I didn't love it though.
I think I like it.
The black sesame seed is all throughout the cookie.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm not ready to move on yet. I think I like it too, but I also like.
There's a hint of sweet.
But watch this. Hey, Brian, you think you like it, but do you want another one?
If it were given to me, I would have it. If they were just sitting there, I might grab another one. If they were open and I didn't have to
but
work
you wouldn't
for
go
it.
seeking it out.
Probably not.
That means I think we don't like it.
But I think it's something where I think they would have to be cheap and accessible. And it's something I would probably be like, oh, yeah, these. And I would buy them once a year. And then I'd be like, okay, that was enough.
Well, we have a whole bag of them, and we'd see how long this would last you.
Kind of like the sesame seed.
I love black sesame seed. I'm ready to move on now.
A hint of sweet, a hint of salt. You get the sesame.
So the crackers, you can buy different crackers here in the United States that have sesame. That's just a sesame cracker. And those don't really do anything for me.
This is much more like a halva cookie, if you've had halva, which is made of ground up sesame seed. The rub with halva is it's often too
It's
dry,
not as shortbready tasty.
and this is like the dry halva mixed in with cookie.
The cheese one really tasted in texture of shortbread, and I could tell it's made the same way, but it's a little drier, as Danny said. It looks like a little more layered, flakier.
It's
But it's strangely addicting.
no.
You know what this one needs? If this was enrobed in chocolate, it would be delicious.
No.
It would.
I don't know if there's any saving these. You gotta get rid of the sesame seeds first.
But you have to remember, I grew up eating.
Oh, I like the sesame seeds.
I grew up eating the chocolate enrobed halva. That's why I come to my opinion.
I like the sesame seeds.
This one, I like the texture better on these because it is a little
More crackery.
right, but still soft, softer than a cracker.
I have to drink a lot of water to get that one down.
That was kind of tasty.
I think I would prefer the cheddar ones though.
I prefer the cheddar ones.
But having a cheese cookie and a sesame seed cookie, I was not expecting them to be so similar.
Now we just need a meat cookie and we can have like a burger.
Wait, how would these go together? They're not bad together.
Huh.
Should I go get some ground beef, and you can mix it with it?
Okay, just go fry some up, Amy.
Yep. I'll be
Then-
back in a bit, guys.
If you
My
go do
ground
that,
beef is frozen. Let me go thaw
just
it.
remember, you own the studio and I have fire.
Go get the frozen cookies.
Yeah, we'll see. Did you do all three of them, Danny?
I did 3 of each so that we
All
should
right,
have a
perfect.
frozen one.
So we're gonna see if the Oreos do anything with being frozen. Sometimes the texture changes. Sometimes the flavor kind of changes. With these, they were so strong. I can't imagine the flavor being enhanced any.
Probably not, though. Maybe the aftertaste is better in the blueberry.
Maybe. Let's hope. Let's hope.
Well, let's start with the blueberry then.
Good, because that way, if it still is awful aftertaste, we'll have something else to go after it.
It's not my first rodeo.
You know, what I don't like about freezing them is how hard the cookie gets.
This really has the ice cream thing going on now, though.
It does. It's more ice cream, as Danny says. Mm-hmm. But I think I'm still getting I'm definitely still getting the aftertaste. No,
Yeah, and the sesame combined with that doesn't help.
no.
Yep, I got the aftertaste.
The aftertaste might be worse.
Would you like the strawberry or the chocolate?
Let's go with the chocolate.
Sorry, I was drinking water. Makes for fascinating audio, I know.
Still love it.
The cookie didn't get as hard on these.
This has more cream edge to edge, at least versus my blueberry one, which was more in the center. This cream goes to the edge.
Maybe I'm making this up. I feel like the cream got smoother when you froze it.
It's good. I like the Choco Brownie better frozen.
I'm still happy with my marriage.
I'm a little sorry I killed it, but, done is done.
No.
I frolicked with it.
And now,
Strawberry.
return to strawberry cheesecake.
I get more cheesecake.
I'm not yet.
Well, I had none before, so I'm just ahead of cheesecake.
I still like it. I still don't love it.
Ooh. I like it.
Yeah, all my needs are still not being fulfilled, but it's okay. It's good enough to marry still.
I definitely very much enjoy my time with it, but forever is a long time.
That's why, God created divorce.
That's why I keep on telling it. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. With that, anything else we want to talk about?
Nope,
Yeah, just make sure you join us next week. We're going to start talking about Halloween candy more. We're going to do that in October. We have zombie Skittles that we will be talking about.
We sure do love these things where some small percentage appears different but surprises
And that's
you.
all we'll say for right now.
Yeah.
So make sure you listen or tune in next week.
So thanks for listening, everybody.
And have a great week.
And let's see what.
Bye-bye.
YouTube, thank you for joining us this week. We're so happy you were here.
Yes, thank you so much. This is always fun.
Sorry we made the event and then we're late.
Should we tell them why?
It was my fault.
Brian ran something over.
Or someone. We don't
Someone.
know. We shouldn't really say anything more.
Yeah.
No.
There's just a chunk missing from his tire.
Yeah.
Danny had to go pick him up.
I had to
did.
go get him. I looked at his sad tire.
Yeah, I was driving on an off-ramp and suddenly I saw nothing. Cars in front of me were fine, but I heard a large boom and then suddenly I didn't even hear this. It was just
Flop, 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 flop.
yeah, and shaking. So that's why we were late, and that's why they were trying to get me to talk about flat tires.
I will say, Brian's dedication to all of you is that he has not yet called roadside
I've
assistance.
He said we can record it.
Not put his
I said,
car.
let's do this. I'll take care of it after the
His
show.
car
I'm only
is
a
still
few miles
sitting
away.
on the side road. I'm gonna go take him back there, and we're gonna go sort out the tire now, so that we can get this show
I
out
wanna
to
make
our
sure
loving
that we
public.
didn't get too late after we had said we would be recording. So yeah, so it'll get worked out.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, just a tire, and I am used to flat tires. So
He's got a problem with tires.
I think I do.
Or they
I
have
think
a
I
problem
do.
with
They
him.
do. They don't like me.
They're tired of you.
They very much so. Very much so.
It shouldn't even grow. That should have been a nothing.
I know it. I should tread lightly
I think we need to go.
before we have a blowout.
Yeah, the Michelin man over here just won't stop. With
Okie dokie. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
Yeah, have a
everyone. We
great
love
week.
you.
We'll see you within a week or so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.